Hi, Kinder Chronicle fans. I know that it has been a while since I've done a video. Krista and I have been super busy that we haven't really been talking much either. But I do know that we both had our first week of school, and so I'm excited to hear about how all her week went and things like that. And so my week was really good, really challenging. It just is a learning curve, especially just being completely virtual and trying to make my teaching as up to par as I want it to be on virtually, as just as on par as I would want it to be in the classroom. And so finding the balance. And so I guess I just really wanted to touch base kind of like on the first week, especially for new teachers who maybe are still in the program, or maybe you're a new teacher this year yourself. And I have a fantastic mentor who is my dad as well, and he gave me some advice this week as I was feeling overwhelmed. And it's okay to admit that you feel overwhelmed and feel like things are just not working the way that you thought they would your first week, because even though it was kind of a chill week in some perspectives, with what we already had planned for the kids, planning for week 2 was just it was just a whirlwind. And so now that I have it all finished, I can breathe. but my mentor, basically, it's like, you've got to find that balance of trying to get things done, at school when you can, and that way you can put the computer down and you can kind of unplug so you don't get burned out. And because this week I just found myself completely on the computer from the time I woke up to just about the time I went to sleep. And so just know that as a new teacher, as much pressure as you feel, and even if that pressure is from yourself, don't do that to yourself. Please don't, because you want to be excited. And I'm sure, you're probably already planning great things anyway. And if you're like me, you redo videos because you think they're not good enough. And I promise you that they are. And so, it's kind of hard getting used to videoing yourself and thinking, okay, this is something I want to put out to my students. And so just know the kind of, definitely, like my mentor / dad said, give yourself some slack for the first 9 weeks. And so that's what I'm holding on to right now, not trying to be too upset with myself if what I'm putting out is not exactly what I imagined, because my kids are getting what they need, and it may not be all glamour and glitz in the way that I had in my head, but it's effective, and they're going to gain a lot from it anyway. And so having a happy teacher and an exciting teacher is so very important for them, because just like us, they have been in quarantine, and they are now getting school ripped away from them in a sense because they're at home. At least some of them are at home until they get to go back in September. But for example, my kids, they're home until the second 9 weeks, so after October. So as of right now anyway. And so just, be that light for them, and don't be so hard on yourself. And I'm gonna take that to heart too, take my own advice that was given to me. But I really felt like I should share kind of the reality of the first week of school, because even though you're so excited, and yes, it's exciting, you get to meet great people. I've already made new friends that I will cherish forever, and having a great team to be a part of is so exciting for me. However, with that being said, it really was a tough week for me. Nobody tells you about that. I mean, I've heard your first year teaching's the hardest, but I didn't see that for my first couple of weeks of school. I thought maybe as time went on, but it really hit full force that first week, and that's okay. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to need to talk about it, but just know that you're going to get through it. This is what you want to do. It's what you're meant to do, and just I myself am still working on time management, and that's really key when it comes to things like this. I will say that I think virtual learning is a bit more challenging than I thought, just because there's so many things that's into it, and the kids can only sit at the computer for, you know, a certain amount of time. So fitting in a whole day of school in 90 minutes, or as of right now 30 minutes, because we're building our kids up, is really, really tough. And so I am now seeing that I just need to chill out and you know, do what I can, put out the best product that I can for my kids, make sure that they are getting what they need from me and from the work that I'm providing, and then go from there. So out of all of this, I don't want to keep rambling, so out of all of this, just know that your first week is very exciting, but it's also a lot of work. And you may end up feeling overwhelmed by Thursday like I did yesterday. But you know, definitely talk about it. You know, even if your family, even if you don't have family who are in education, it's good to talk about it, and to have someone tell you it's okay, to kind of ground you, because it's really, really important. And I'm forever thankful for my family for being supportive, and to my amazing dad and mentor who understands exactly what I'm going through and is able to talk me through it. And so I wish you all the best, and there will be more videos to come. I'm so sorry I haven't posted in a while, but I'm hoping that Kristen does a video here soon. I'm so excited to hear how she's doing. And just so you know, Kristen, I know you're going to be watching, so I really, really miss you. And it's so hard not being on campus and going to get Chick-fil-A and things like that. I'm already missing that. And so we're going to have to meet up soon. But definitely post a video and let us know how you're doing. So until next time, Kinder Chronicle fans, Miss Ross is out. Bye.